Well, let's do this. Hi, my name is Steph. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support or a little inspiration today. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. We're going to drop some ink in this baby book of blots, scrying for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on some tarot and oracle in the shaman's palm layout. And where Mr. Ghosty here is, we have Ghost Tube for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our abstract and ancient auric adventures. Overall, please do receive a release freely. Thank you for your time, attention, and awareness, as your presence and perspective is powerful. When you're ready,
it's warm.
Let's go. It is warm, especially when it's cold outside. I will be pale and rosy simultaneously for the next foreseeable season. Just a reminder, we're here to create a portal to perceive in, less worrying about making a masterpiece. Always feel well to comment below what you see, sense, or feel, as your insights do expand the iScry experience overall. But you don't have to. You can drop emojis. Give it a like. Any interactions with the channel is appreciated, really. I appreciate you. Guess there's something in the air. Okay. All the links are below to help a gal grow, and otherwise, let's dig in. If you're opening up with me, taking a nice deep breath.
Louder.
All right, taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of anyone here at any time, thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning. What is that noise that I'm hearing? It's weird. Sorry. I got distracted there. Uno momento. Here's our Inkblot. If you would like to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time, please feel well to do so. Personal use only. All right. Okay. Isn't this little effigy strong enough? There we go. All right. I feel like there's lots going on here. I'm trying to, there's a Buddha down here. Maybe the laughing Buddha?
I remember you.
I remember you. The laughing Buddha. Down here. I'm looking up. I don't know if
Maybe.
Buddha or something about that Buddhism is stepping forward in your aura, in your air. I don't think this effigy is working out. Hold on. See if I got a crystal kick in. And we got a little tiger's eye. Good, yeah? Good, yeah? Thank you. There's kind of like a hangman person with their arms. I feel like I know that was there before, but it's stepping forward.
Jinn.
Like a gem, actually, is what I was hearing. But absolutely, if you're working with your jinn, family jinn, I don't know much about that per se, but if you head over to @Witch and Scythe, very much so knowledgeable in that area. But I'm seeing it as a gem. But I kind of feel like I'm being dangled, not in a way that makes me go, oh, I'm being dangled. They've got me by the feet. There are these, almost like a dodo bird or something like that. Something that's extinct from the earthly form, but not energetically.
I can hear you.
So the signature is still there. And they've got my feet so I can, it's like receiving help in, if I may, the hangman concept. So if you can envision whatever hangman card comes to your mind, and we've got your feet so you can reach down for what I'm hearing appears to be mission impossible. Dun, 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 and you can get down, reach down for this. Whatever this is for you, and whatever channel, if you're here, personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic, It's been with a Buddha, Buddha energy, whatever Buddha inspires within you. Yes. Yes. There is, where's my little sticky thing? How did I lose my little sticky thing? All right, that's fine. Right in here, I'm hearing there's a story of a man named Brady. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. That's me. There's something going on in this. There is, in the negative space, there's an outline of an animal. Same thing, extinct now, earthly, but still exists in energetic form. So many of these animals are in energetic form.
Who?
Okay, there's a tree up here. Following the land down the route. Give me a moment. Something buried. Buried. Could be another family lifetime lineage that has been buried in maybe in this prehistoric time or a different timeline. Is there something about being buried with animals? Like, is this a thing? I'm talking to an elf. Do you know who I feel like in here? In the never-ending story, what's the boy's name? That's who I'm seeing. Whoever that boy is. I want to say like Atreyu, but for some reason I think Atreyu is something else, but I could be wrong. That boy in the never-ending story. Okay, let's continue on. When I go to this tree, there's something at the top. Arborist of awareness. Slicing the top off or around so that there's a fullness, sacrificing the peak for a fullness and something long growth or density within the fullness. I gotta look up. There are eyes here. When I zoom into this part specifically, there's eyes. What are they saying? They're doing something. I'm like in the bridge of my nose. I feel like I'm looking at stamps, fossil stamps, a passport. Okay, I gotta write that down. Something about like a perspective passport, or maybe it's I could say paranormal, but it really doesn't feel that way. It might feel that way from here in our time looking at it, but it's from in that time frame or whatever area of energy I'm in, it's not. It's quite normal. So there's like this
It's dark.
experience that I'm having that feels in that paranormal that's normal, but depending on your point of view, I guess, is what's ordinary or extraordinary. What makes ordinary extra? What makes you extraordinary? What do you see in others and other energies that are extraordinary? And is it extra or is it another do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like in a separatist of energy.
I remember you.
It's like there's certain times maybe I'm just going to release, tiptoeing around it. Receive or release freely. There's times where doing things ordinary from our point of view in your life, not associating that with everybody else. And then there's an energy, though, of you, or at least that's very much so
Caution.
here, that is extraordinary. And I think that's part of this, is like being cautious about expressing what we may seem is beyond. Well, you're here and we totally play beyond the ordinary, but this feels something about you're extraordinary or extraordinary in something. And to the ordinary, I'm not trying to be insulting, but again,
Pray.
it's this moving thing. It's this moving energy of where you may relate to that. And where others are extraordinary, say in a concept or an idea, or the way you interact, the way you smile, the way you make somebody feel, a kindness or a cruelty, right? It's like, anyway. And when you gather with others that are extra, that's what they bring forward, but still honoring the ordinariness of it. It's very human and higher self kind of feeling. And then with
It's outside.
this hangman, is this very loud or is it just me? I'm sorry if it's like not, but I'm just going to take it down a notch. I come back into this hangman thing, and it's like to get this peace or to honor this peace that maybe that has been buried by the Buddha. Like there's like we could say Buddha for one way or another is extraordinary, but when I tap into that energy, it's like, no, it's perfectly ordinary. But it depends on maybe who's viewing this. And they're all correct because it's all personal point of view. This personal passport of point of view. It's a point of view passport with all these different stamps kind of stepping forward. Oh, I apologize if I like just butchered that or nailed it in some way, shape, or form that you can formulate it. Let's add on actually, we're going to go with Alice in Wonderland cards today. Thanks to my mom. Get to play with a bunch of her tarot and oracle cards. There's a feminine energy stepping forward. Did you say run? Sorry. Run. There's a feminine energy stepping forward, and there's also a high chair. Oh, if you can zoom in, if you're on a phone, but right
What do you want?
there. Right there. Somebody's handing me something. It looks like a flag, maybe. Cave of ice. Like they're coming in, and they're like they have something. They have something for me in my energy. It's like, do you know what it is? It's like holding up a candle to a wall. Oops, sorry. To shine a light on, say, a cave, or turning on a light in a room that would say, like, look there. But I feel like I'm holding it up to something. They're holding it up to a wall. Okay, this wall feels like a cave, but this cave is in like consciousness, but I feel like I'm in the body. There might be a specific part of your body that has an expressed symptom of something, or is having an experience of tightness or looseness, or maybe you're strengthening it or stretching it for flexibility, or there's a skill that you're doing and enhancing your experience of it. It's not about enhancing, but it's about enhancing it within your energy body, because that's what makes it extra for you. It's like going to make a taco, and then everyone gets to choose their toppings, and somebody might want extra green onions or extra cheese. It's great. But they're all tacos. Love me some tacos. But anyway, okay. Let's add on some cards here. There's a story right here as well that's stepping forward. Cave of ice. Shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this. It's like being, she's even like creating extraordinarily. And then here we have keep your temper. Don't allow anger to rule you. Because there could be that. See how, okay, the emotional body and the physical body. It's like moving through very ordinary and extraordinary. For whatever reason, that's the way it's coming through. Insert any word that feels good to you.
Pagan.
And it's like, I don't want to have this feeling of vengeance or proving myself. It's for me, whatever this passport of all these stamps are. Where I want to lift in a high chair, not because I'm a wee babe, but because I just want to be lifted and see things from a certain perspective, maybe, or have another point of view. And following that inner child-esque that
Liar.
inspires the adult or the inner adolescence to take it and form it, enhance it, experience it. The inner child doesn't rule it. It is the candle of inspiration that illuminates something to the adult from within, and to trust the adult, the physicalness of us, to say, can you do something with this? Yes. And sometimes when you shine, maybe you have the sensation when you shine bright, there might be others, or within the self, if you're really hard on yourself, and we can get angry, like, I'm not doing it right. It's not like this. It's not like them. And I'm angry inside. I feel less than. I feel like I'm not in a high chair. I'm sucking my thumb up here.
How did you get here?
What is this journey? Where am I going up here? Lead me. It's leading me to that cave. It's like an organ. It's an organ within me. I have like this cloak on. There's a string or a rope tied around the waist that has like a sack or a satchel attached to it. There's some sort of rider that is throwing out a branch another way. I can take this way or I can take this way. They both have value. So may we not allow our anger to rule. The inner child does not rule the adult. It inspires. And I got to say, just for a moment, wherever this may be in your life, career, love, it's like, this is how I'm feeling, that I want to shine bright.
Rich.
But I got like this sorrow because it's like, no. It feels external, but I'm the one seeing that. I'm accepting that. I'm putting their point of view on a pedestal. Because shining bright, and whatever that means to you, it's not like you're turning on the big light in the room. Like, let's not be extreme. It's like lighting a candle or having a flashlight and illuminating a certain part. But it's like, by doing that, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It's like walking into the room with your phone. I got a cough. Or a flashlight candle, right? Up to that cave wall. It's like, look, this is what I'm, playing with. And I don't know if you're looking for validation from outside. Or you just want to share it. And someone's like, like you just turned on the big light in the room. And you're like, this is but a snippet. Didn't turn on the big light in the room. Their response might anger me. And again, I feel like I might go in. Oh, it's like, okay, I got to turn down my little lamp now, my candle, or blow it out. Don't share this extraordinary of you. But lo and behold, it's in that alchemy of interaction that there's another opportunity for someone else to get a stamp on their passport. But if they don't decide to go, they don't decide to go. Okay. Cave of Winds. Oh, that's way too many. I'm just going to take the top one. Keeping up. Immense effort advocate. So maybe you're feeling something about time. Behind it was mortality, and I wonder what will happen next. If any of the artistry is standing out to you, please follow that. As you know, I read art first. So in the cave of winds of the mind, keeping it up.
There's two.
Time after time. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. ready to adventure, precipice of change, pause before action, pause, right? Paused. It's like one of those things, right? Like those clickies of time stop or stopwatch. Feel the feels. Oh, I think there's like I'm on a raft over there. And this raft, if I feel like I'm in the show alone or something along that lines. I've built a raft. Because sometimes we can feel very alone in this. Okay. Cave of Hearth Fires. I'm back looking at that Buddha.
Up here.
Message for a rabbit. Service to the animal world. Following your rabbit. What's on the bottom here? Forget who you are. Okay. By following the white rabbit of being here in this reality, this time frame. There's so many resources here. And back to the dodo bird. And I feel like I'm a wind-up toy. You know, when they would have like the wind at the back and then they're... By coming down in the heart space, the rabbit hole of this reality, it's like forgetting who we are, going down the rabbit hole and coming out the other side. But just like if you can imagine Alice in Wonderland, right? Falling maybe upside down and then slowly turning to land like a feather. The animals might be big. There's lots of animals in here, but they seem to be, okay, kind of like in Wonderland. Isn't that perfectly ironic? Their energy signatures are different than what they chose to express in a hive or as a herd on the earthly existence in any time frame, and you're seeing their signature, so it looks a little different. So there's somebody with a like a piece of straw or wheat sticking out of their mouth. And I am sitting like this and I'm listening. It could be a toothpick. I don't know what it is, but it looks like wheat. Something sticking out of their mouth and they're talking. It's like they're telling me a story as I'm around a campfire. Like I'm pausing along my journey to hear them and hear their wonderful advice or their trails or inspirations for moving forward in whatever land you might be working towards or working on, cultivating. Cave of Rivers. And it's like they have knowledge about that. They're like, oh, well, if you decide to grab that lot over here, just know that the soil is very clay, so you're going to have to, be prepared to maybe add nutrients or, do you know what I'm saying? Like they just have advice in whatever area it might be. And the Cave of Rivers emotionally belong to your own dream and create your own life. And this is what's being cultivated, and be willing to dream it.
Sean.
Hi, Sean. How are you? I'm back to the Buddha protecting this gem. You just gotta... Okay, thank you. So as I want to be a queen, card 33 is on the bottom supporting it. That hangman dropping down, almost like a bungee jump, but it's not a bungee jump. This mission is not impossible. And it also doesn't hinge on mortality of what we might consider mortality here. But as I see this now coming down, there's the head and there's the arms. And then where these eyes were, their wings. And is it the peacock? And maybe there's others. Please insert what feels good to you. As you like reaching down for this, whatever that is for you, the wings fall, but they reveal the eye. And if I may, it's like a peacock might mean something to you or something else, but I'm actually seeing it's like owl eyes. It's like all the feathers, as they fall in certain ways, reveal different eyes, animal eyes. Oh, animals, service to the animal world. Cave of Earth. All must have prizes, trying to please everyone. Oh, look it. I don't actually know if that's a dodo bird, but I'm going to say it is. I'm going to say it is. And it's kind of, or maybe it's a peacock. I don't know. But see, like this coloring.
Not here.
There's that cultivating that river. Remember back at the beginning when I was saying set your courses on the bottom, trying to please everybody, because over here you can't. Even if you or somebody else's response or feeling is anger,
Greetings.
that is greetings. That is a legitimate response, and it's right in that exchange. I'm not saying it's likable, warranted in how it's expressed, but the seed, the source of it, is very telling in its information. So how does somebody like yourself who, when working in your extraordinary, whatever it is, as you're going around your passport of point of views, I can't remember how he said it. It's like palette on a plate, right? It's like everyone getting a medal for participating. Okay. But do you want a participation medal? Do you even care about the medal? But without poo-pooing it and knowing it can be very valuable to others, and it can be very meaningful and powerful, symbolic to others. But I have this feeling you, if you're still here with me, and I'm going to flip this, if you're going to join us for the extended, we'll go to the other side. But before I let you go, is that you, when working in your extraordinary or enhancing your experience in some way, shape, or form, are being asked to continue to pursue that. Beyond the all must have prizes, the participation badges, and trying to please everybody, because you are. It just maybe not in the alchemy that we assume. Happy, happy, joy, joy is the only way to participate in this. And do you want to please ordinary, or inspire them, or release it, whatever context this is in, and meet others walking around this kind of like wonderland or passports? And this isn't like in a competitive, like, look at my pass, look how many stamps I have on my passport. This isn't one of those feelings. This is very personal. This is very personal, and I don't know that it's actually ever shared in the way that has ultimately the meaning. It's only for you. Okay, I'm going to head over to the other side. If you're going to join us, we're going to flip this. The link will be below in the description box, but if not, that's okay. I will see you again soon. So much love.